We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport.
Ain't that right?
We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport.
Ain't that right?
We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport.
Ain't that right?
We the real McCoys from the AFC North.
Good afternoon, what's up and what's good, and welcome to All About Sports 216 Thanksgiving Day edition with me, Keith Allen, on this Thursday afternoon, chilly Thursday afternoon, where we're going to talk about a few things. I'm not going to hold too much of y'all time because I know a lot of y'all got an appointment with the dinner table today. I do too. I have the same for myself. But I'm going to talk about the Cleveland Browns with Shedeur Sanders and everything and stuff like that. And some things will give you my take on a few things as far as whether he should be whether he should have got a game ball or not, because a lot of people was making a big deal about that. Whether he should have got a game ball, and how did he do this past Sunday against the Las Vegas Raiders. Now this week provides a different, a way different battle as he goes against the San Francisco 49ers this coming weekend. I'm going to talk about that. I'm also going to talk about the Ohio State Buckeyes as they got the big game against that team up north. And I'll tell you who I think is going to win that game. Then also I'm going to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers, give you my assessment through about the Cavaliers through the first 19 games. And then at the end, I'm going to get to my quick picks. And I'll give you the games. That's what I think who's going to win the games today. Now, first off, to start off, the chat lines are open. Feel free to holler at your brother. The chat lines are open on this Thanksgiving Day. Feel free to holler at your brother and everything. You want to take a break while you're cooking or preparing the bird? Take a break. Talk to me. Holler at me. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, if you're on X, if you're on Instagram, holler at a brother. And then let me see, what else? What else? Happy Thanksgiving to all. Happy Thanksgiving to all. I think we all have something to be thankful for this Thanksgiving and everything. Me, myself, I'm thankful that I'm still here. Because this year has been a whirlwind pyramid, especially concerning my health and everything. I've been battling renal disease, and those of y'all don't know what that is, that's battle with my kidneys and stuff like that. I've been progressing pretty well though. I've been progressing to where now I'm doing a home treatment thing and everything, and that's going pretty well. Don't have to go to a center or nothing like that. And that's been going pretty well so far, so good. I mean, battling renal disease, had congestive heart failure, got an issue going on with my foot and everything I'm trying to get fixed. It has just been a whirlwind pyramid for a brother this year. But I'm thankful to still be here and be able to talk to y'all, holler at y'all. And I holler, and when I do these shows and stuff like that, and do my shorts, that be my therapy, basically, because you gotta look at it when you go from thinking that everything's all right and all good to everything is just about to hit the kitchen sink and fell apart. That's a lot to take in and handle. Whole lot to take in and handle. And I tell you this, I wouldn't wish none of this on my worst enemy at all, or anybody in that matter and everything like that. So, fellas, if something don't feel right, something don't look right, please go to the doctor. Fellas, actually for everybody, ladies and gentlemen, because there's probably a couple of ladies watching as well. If something don't look right, don't feel right, go to the doctor. For real, go to the doctor, because you never know. And especially if you up in age, if you past 40, go to the doctor. Definitely. I would definitely suggest that, because I mean, this year has been a year. And I'm still battling some things I'd rather not disclose, but right now, it is what it is. I'm handling it, and I'm trying my best to get back to health. Plus, I want to see my nephew play varsity basketball as he plays for his school, Garrett Morgan. Shout out to my nephew, Chad. Unfortunately, they lost the university school yesterday by 5, I think 81-76, unfortunately. But shout out to my nephew, Chad, and I hope he has a stellar and great varsity basketball season. He's a junior, so hey, I expect great things from him and everything. But we're going to go to the Cleveland Browns, as I will talk about Shedeur Sanders and a few things about Shedeur. But first, let me give you a word from my sponsor real quick on this Turkey Day edition. You might want to start Black Friday shopping and everything. So this is something for you all. Anointed Angel Apparel, where faith, family, and fashion come together. From stylish t-shirts and cozy sweatshirts to dazzling bling rhinestone shirts that shine with purpose. We design every piece with God at the center. But we don't stop there. Discover personalized tumblers, beautiful photo slates, custom engraving, and even UV 3D textured home decor items that make your house a home. In every design, Anointed Angel Apparel carries a message of hope, faith, and love. Because we're more than a brand. We're a family business devoted to lifting up the name of Jesus. Shop with us today and wear your faith boldly. Anointed Angel Apparel, where your testimony becomes your style. Email anointedangel.apparel.com for a custom consultation. I'm back. All About Sports 216. We're going to talk about the Cleveland Browns, because the Cleveland Browns got a win this past weekend as they defeated the Las Vegas Raiders 24-10, and the game wasn't even close. Shedeur Sanders, rookie quarterback, made his starting debut as a rookie starter. He completed 11 of 20 passes for 209 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. The Browns defense. They were on point last Sunday. 10 sacks as a team. 10 sacks last Sunday. Myles Garrett had 3. Malik Collins had 2. Man, Browns defense was on point in all phases on point front seven. Defensive backfield, Denzel Ward did his thing. Tyson Campbell did his thing. Denzel Ward checked Brock Bowers most of the day. Brock Bowers didn't have a good day. Geno Smith didn't have a good day either. He probably had a rougher day than Brock Bowers. But the Browns are now 3-8, tied with Cincinnati Bengals in the basement of the AFC North. And the Browns this week face the San Francisco 49ers, who are 8-4. And whew, that will be a different opponent right there. I'll say that. But we shall see. That's why they play the game. Far as Shedeur Sanders did what I thought he would do, honestly. He threw for a few more yards than I expected, 209. I expected 175, but he did what I thought he would do. And the most important thing he didn't have to go out and win that game, but he damn sure didn't put the game on the balance of losing that game. That's a plus, especially for a rookie quarterback. He made plays. He had 3 30-yard plus plays through the air. Now, the Browns haven't had that all year long. Three chunk plays? They haven't had that all year long. Now, it's something Shedeur got to work on because it wasn't a work of art and everything. It wasn't perfect. But through increased repetition, getting increased reps, and just playing, he should improve and he should progress and everything. But this week, the Browns got the San Francisco 49ers. And I mean, that's going to be a tough go. That's going to be a tough go. No joke, that's going to be a tough go. 49ers, as they bring Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey to the lake, that's going to be a tough go. Because defensive coordinator Robert Saleh is going to have a lot of stuff in the offense for Shedeur. Now, if Shedeur can pick up the blitzes, because I expect San Francisco to throw the kitchen sink at him this Sunday. Pick up the blitzes, and you might not have the long play, but if you can get the check down, hey, it's good. And then if you don't have anything, throw the ball away. Or if you take a sack, only take the 3-yard sack, which is the one thing that he did do good. He only got sacked once against the Raiders. And that was like a 2-yard sack, whereas he didn't go retreat into the backfield. So he is improving and everything. And everything comes with time and everything. But he's going to be up against it, against the 49ers. No lie. He's going to be up against it. And there's another few things I want to discuss. As far as the Shedeur Sanders thing, people were making a big deal about when the Browns had drove deep in the Raiders' territory and the Browns went to the Wild Dog, where they put Quinshon Judkins receiving the snap and everything. Here's my take on this situation. Like Herman Edwards said, you play the game to win. You play to win the game. If the Wild Dog works, why not? Because what you're trying to instill is a winning culture again. A winning culture with this franchise. And that hasn't been a winning culture here really since back in the 80s with Bernie. Matter of fact, shouts out to Bernie Kosar. Happy belated birthday and congratulations on a successful liver transplant operation, which I forgot to mention. Shame on me last Sunday during the Browns pregame and postgame show. But happy birthday to Bernie Kosar and happy Thanksgiving to you, brother. May you have a great day. And I hope your birthday was great as well. Shout out to Bernie Kosar. But you play to win the game. Because think about it. Everybody say, well, it's the Raiders. Well, 2 weeks ago, the Browns lost to the Jets. The Jets is about bad as the Raiders, if not worse. Think about that. You play to win the game. I don't have nothing against that. You play to win the game. Now, the one thing I do is tripping on is, why would the Browns punt at the Raiders' 29-yard line? Where you got a kicker that's capable of making that kick. I didn't understand that. That kind of had me twisting my face. But other than that, the Wild Dog, if it works, use it. Why not? You think Philly gonna stop using the tush push because of one person? You play to win the game. One person doesn't matter. It's a team sport. It is a team sport. Then also people raise fuss about whether Shedeur should have received the game ball. For his win against the Raiders. And even though you go back to revisionist history, Shedeur is the first rookie quarterback in 30 years since Eric Zaire in 1995 when he did it against the Cincinnati Bengals to win his first start as a rookie. But Zaire didn't win another start with the Browns after that. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think Shedeur cares about a game ball. This dude is trying to establish himself as in the football league as the starting quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. And plus, the way that Browns defense played and the way Myles Garrett played, Stefanski was well deserving in giving Myles Garrett the game ball. For real. For real. Because you got to think about it. Other games, he had 4 sacks against Baltimore. Browns ain't win. He had 5 sacks against New England. Browns didn't win. So, hey, sometimes you got to recognize greatness as well. And Shedeur, there'll be plenty of opportunities. But right now, he's trying to cement himself in as the starting quarterback of the Cleveland Browns in the game. Because if getting the game ball is all you care about, he wouldn't be a guy. He wouldn't be the guy. He wouldn't. If getting the game ball is all you care about, he wouldn't be the guy. And I think he has a possibility of being the guy. Dude says all the right things. He's humble. He's humble, but he's confident. He's humble, but he's confident. And he always uses God first. He always uses God first. Because people rag on Shedeur and everything, but let me put this perspective in. This is actually Shedeur's first year in college all over again. And the reason why I say that, because if you go through Shedeur's life, which has been on TV, and you go on Shedeur Sanders' football life, Pee Wee football, who was the coach? His dad. High school football, who was the coach? His dad. College football, Jackson State, first 2 years, who was the coach? His pops. Colorado, last 2 years, who was the coach? Shedeur's dad. Shedeur's dad. So this is actually Shedeur's first year away from the nest. First year away from the nest. And actually, this is his first year where he came in and he wasn't the guy. Because he was the guy in Pee Wee. He was the guy in high school. He was the guy in college at Jackson State. He was the guy at Colorado. But this is his first year where Shedeur actually wasn't the guy starting off. So he had to put in the work. Now, it could have broke a lot of other people. Could have broke a lot of other people. A lot of other people going through that, where you've been the guy all these years, then all of a sudden, you're not there with your folks. You're half the country away from your folks. Then on top of that, your pops got sick on top of that. He's overcame a lot this year. A lot. And he's did a lot of growing this year. It's been an experience for him this year. But this is really like his first year in college all over again. And so far, I gotta say, he's handled it well. He has handled it well. And he's did the work, and now it's his time to shine. Now, whether he stays the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, that's all up to Shedeur. He has to make that happen himself. But now he's gotten the opportunity. And now it's up to him whether he takes advantage of that opportunity and makes good on that opportunity. So far, first game against Baltimore was a half. Rough. But in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, when he went on that drive, you seen the Shedeur Sanders of Colorado there. Where at first, the game looked a little too fast for him in the beginning, in that second half against Baltimore. But honestly, I don't think nobody could have passed that test. Going up against the Ravens, and the Ravens, I'll be talking about them later on when I predict their game against Cincinnati. Their defense hasn't given up 20 points in the last 6-7 games. Imagine that. This past week against Las Vegas, passed the test. He got the win. He passed the test. I predicted that he would throw a pick. I definitely predicted that he'd throw a pick because he's a rookie. He'd throw a pick. What's up, Brad? My guy. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, my brother. Thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, Brad. May y'all have a great Thanksgiving day, my brother. Definitely. I figured he'd throw a pick. Give it to him in. Don't be surprised if he throws a pick against the 49ers. They'll put some coverage in on him and everything that he probably hasn't seen in the NFL. Well, what the Raiders did, where the edge rusher looked like he was coming in, then he dropped in the coverage. And then when Shedeur threw the ball, edge rusher just happened to just probably read his eyes, and he made the pick. It's going to happen to a rookie and everything. But other than that, he managed the game. He knew the situation, and he knew the assignment. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much. So thankful, and I'm so grateful and everything to still be here, hey, and hear from you and stuff like that. Definitely. But I knew he threw a pick. I knew it. But that's part of the process of growing. Because think about this. Lamar Jackson wasn't Lamar Jackson today when he first started playing. When Baltimore kicked Joe Flacco to the curb, Lamar Jackson wasn't Lamar Jackson today. He was basically a running quarterback at the time. Tom Brady wasn't Tom Brady when he first started in the beginning. They were relying on Bill Belichick's defense to win, which right now actually kind of the same formula with the Browns. Rely on that defense. You do enough to win, don't do nothing to lose and stuff. So it's all a process, it's all a phase for Shador. And to let him grow, let him cook. Now, I will say this before I change subjects and everything. On Sunday, afternoon at the same time, 12 o'clock, be sure to check out the All About Sports 216 Cleveland Browns pregame show, where I'll get in depth about the Browns and 49ers, and I'll let you know who I think is going to win and what will be the keys to the game, offense, defense, and special teams. Tune in to that at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. Now, I'm about to go over and shift over to Ohio State. Ohio State plays Michigan this week. The big game. Michigan this week. Ohio State is 11-0. The Michigan Wolverines is 9-2. And they're a formidable opponent and everything. And I will say this. I'm up here doing something real quick. Trying to get Michigan football stat leaders and everything. $2025. Let's see, sportsreference.com. That wasn't it. I wasn't trying to do that. ESPN, okay. Yes, there we go. Go up against Michigan, which is a formidable opponent, which is the big game. And with the big game, the records really don't mean anything. Ohio State is ranked number 1 at 11-0. Michigan is ranked number 15 at 9-2. Let me give you some of the leaders for the Michigan Wolverines and stuff like that. Passing yards, Bryce Underwood, freshman quarterback, 2,166, 7.9 yard average, 9 TDs, 5 interceptions. He's been sacked 16 times. Running back, Jordan Marshall, he may play this Saturday. This Saturday. He may play this Saturday. 871 yards. 6.1 yards a carry with a long of 65. 10 TDs. Andrew Marsh is the leading receiver for Michigan. 641 yards. I think Andrew Marsh is the freshman and everything. He's nice. Yes, he is. He's nice. Andrew Marsh, 641 yards, 15.3 average, long 69, 3 TDs. And on defense, Ernest Hausman, linebacker. Ernest Hausman has 68 tackles, 44 solo, 24 assisted, 1 sack, no interceptions. Let me see, Ernest Hausman, that's number 15, a linebacker and everything. They got another guy on Michigan on defense as well. Guy said Ohio State has to locate him. Number 1, let's see, defensive ends. No, it's not Derek Moore. Not Derek Moore. Jimmy Roeder. Jimmy Roeder is second on the Wolverines in tackles. This guy, Jayshon Barham. Gotta locate this dude on offense. He has 4 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 21 solo tackles. He's an edge rusher for Michigan. You gotta locate this dude at all times and everything. And I would say this, as far as the Ohio State game, honestly, my take is if Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate play, and if the weather is good, happy Thanksgiving, my brother Sean Hall. Happy Thanksgiving to you, my brother. Sean is taking the Buckeyes. I don't blame you. I'm taking the Buckeyes too and everything. If, oh my God, if Smith and Carnell Tate plays, if they play today, or if they play Saturday, and Julian's saying he's been on point all year, and if Julian's saying is on point, there's no way in hell Ohio State loses to Michigan. No way in hell. And if Bo Jackson has his regular game, Ohio State should win this one. Win this one, really, it shouldn't even be close. But I will give Michigan the benefit of the doubt to make it close. 1, it's a rivalry game. 2, Michigan is at home. So it will be kind of close. But I expect the Buckeyes to take this game 27-17. Because if Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate play, and Julian Sand is on, and Bo Jackson has his typical game, there's no way Ohio State loses. Because last year, I'm going to be honest, Ohio State was 20-point favorites, but Ryan Day tried to outsmart everybody and got suckered into playing Michigan's game. Now, don't get me wrong, Shamar Moore, Michigan coach, he's going to have them kids ready and jacked up to play. Where it ain't going to be easy. But Ohio State should win this one. I got them winning by 10, 27-17. It'll be close in the first half, but I expect Ohio State to gradually pull away in the second half. And the Buckeyes will be in the Big Ten championship facing Indiana. But first things first, got to be Michigan. Got to be Michigan. They owe for the decade so far against Michigan. And last year, Ryan Day psyched himself out by trying to play Michigan's game. Do not play Michigan's game. Make Michigan match up with you. Make the Wolverines match up with you. And I don't think they can. Because I don't think there's nobody that can check Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate one-on-one. And if you double one, you want to deal with the other. So I got Ohio State winning this game 27-17. And getting back to the Big Ten championship. Now, I want to change the subject and go to the Cleveland Cavaliers. As the Cavaliers, so far this season, it's been tripped out. They're 12-7. Last year we got spoiled because the Cavs started off 15-0, but they was healthy in the beginning of last year. This year, the Cavs have not been of health this year too much this year. And to be honest, I can't really gauge or judge this team really until the Cavs get healthy, which probably won't be till January, February. Because, I mean, Allen is dealing with an injury with a finger, I think, broken finger. He's dealing with an injury. Max Strus still hasn't played yet this season. Darius Garland has the toe injury. So I really can't gauge this team really till about January, which will seem about right. As far as I'm concerned, let the Cavs work the kinks out. They're playing the kids. You've seen some promising returns from Nacon Tomlin. You've seen some promising returns from rookie Tyrese Proctor. Jalen Tyson, that's my road dog. Jalen Tyson, that's my road dog. Donovan Mitchell been doing Donovan Mitchell things as he always does. Evan Mobley. If you really look at it with Evan Mobley, maybe he is who he is going to be. And if you look at Evan Mobley's stats, they're not bad. He's averaging 18 a game and stuff like that. But far as us expecting him to score 23, 24, I don't really see that in Evan. And maybe Evan is who he's going to be right now in the NBA right now. He's still a kid. He's still young. And he could gradually get to that. But right now, I see him as who he's going to be and everything. He's still got to work on his handles. Because when he dribbles, it's like a walking steel, basically, and stuff. But he's improved on his three-point shot. I think he needs to really go inside a little bit more and everything and stuff. Because, hey. But I think, and he needs to rebound a little bit more. And I would say this, and I'm going to be honest, my main critique with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen is if I got two 7-footers in the lineup, I shouldn't be getting out rebounded. As a team, I shouldn't be getting out rebounded with two 7-footers. Because if that's the case, I might as well just start Mobley at center, have Jared Allen come off the bench and be the energy guy off the bench, which I think that role would definitely serve him well, where Jared can go against the second string bigs or whatnot. Because truthfully, it don't matter if you start, it's how you finish. It's really how you finish. And I hope the Cavs bring Darius Garland along slow, because with the toe injury and stuff like that and everything. Because the main key is to get this team to late April, May, and June healthy. Full go healthy. Because that was the problem last year, where this team wasn't healthy in May and June, in May. And it caught up with them when they played Indiana last year in the playoffs. But the main thing is to get this team, get them healthy, work out the kinks, and have this team intact, full bore, ready to go, late April, May, and June. Because I'm expecting a deep playoff run this year. Anything short of the Eastern Conference Finals is a failure. And I'll tell you what, if this team does not make the Eastern Conference Finals, there will be changes in the offseason. Because trotting out the same thing and expecting a different result, but yet achieving the same result is insanity. So I expect a deep playoff run, at least to the Eastern Conference Finals. And for that to happen, along with Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland going to have to carry the torch with him. He's going to have to carry the torch with Donovan and be that scorer. Darius going to probably average about 23. DeAndre Hunter is going to play a pivotal role. He's going to get us 18. Evan Mobley can get us 18. Jared Allen is going to have to be consistent, especially when it gets in the rough and tuggle of the playoffs. Because Jared Allen had games where he'll have 15 and 10. Then he'll have games of 4 points, no rebounds. That can't happen this postseason. That can't happen this season, Jared. Got to be more consistent and everything. Once you get healthy. I want Alonzo Ball to be healthy for the playoff run. Don't want him shooting as much. But defensively, bringing the ball up, getting the team into the offense. Hell yeah. Lonzo Ball can do that. Jalen Tyson, he's the bulldog. Defend your best player, defend everybody, and play hard-nosed basketball. Naquan Tomlin, you're going to be hearing more of his name. You're definitely going to be hearing more of his name, Naquan Tomlin. I expect good things from him. And think about that. He in the pros, and dude didn't even play college basketball. Dude can shoot. He can handle the rock. He'll rebound. He don't hesitate to get physical, and he's a wiry guy. So, like I said, the Cavs, it's hard for me to judge this team. I won't really judge and see what my assessment of this team till January, when everybody is healthy. When I see Strus on the floor, Sam Merrill's been in and out, dealing with injuries. But when I see Strus on the floor and this full team is full go, that's when I can really give you my fair assessment on this basketball team. Now, we're going to go into something else. We're going to go into a next subject on the show. And I don't know why I didn't upload this and everything. I'm tripping. I'm definitely tripping today. I don't know what it is. But we're going to go to the quick pick section of the show, where I give you my predictions on all the games today and tomorrow on Black Friday. Because we got a full smorgasbord of games today. Just remember, it used to just be the 2 games and everything. Now here on my quick picks board, got the turkey with me since today is Turkey Day. Last week, Brother Man went 5-0. Imagine that. And it wasn't like that before because I was struggling. But I went 5-0 last week. 37-24-1 overall. Got the turkey and everything. And we're going to go pick our first game, which will be, hold up, let me get to it. First game this afternoon, which will be coming on in a few minutes. The Green Bay Packers, who are in second place in the NFC North, going up against the Detroit Lions, who are in third place in the NFC North. Now, the Detroit Lions lost to the Green Bay Packers in the first game of the week. First game of the year, 27-13. They got out physical. They just got roughhoused by the Packers last time. And I would say this, Jared Goff has trouble when teams rush up the middle and put pressure on him and everything with Green Bay. But today, since this is a get-back game for Detroit, and Green Bay, you don't really know which Jordan Love you may get week to week sometimes. I got Detroit winning this game. It's going to be a tough AFC North affair. It's going to be close, but I expect Detroit to win this game late and defeat Green Bay 24-21. I expect Detroit to win 24-21, which takes me into my second game of the day, which probably be the best game of the day. The Kansas City Chiefs at 6-5 take on the Dallas Cowboys 5-1. The Chiefs defeated the Indianapolis Colts last week in overtime. The Dallas Cowboys overcame a 21-point deficit to defeat Philadelphia 24-21. Kansas City is favored in this game, by the way. Who do I have winning this game? It's tough because usually when I bet against the Chiefs, I get burned. I get burned, and I finally recognized last week to go with the Chiefs. But if the Chiefs can't convert in the red zone, it will come back to bite them going against Dallas, because I'm going to be honest, Dallas offense is literally unstoppable. I mean, you got Dak, you got Williams in the backfield who's had a comeback year. Shit. Pickens has had a comeback year. Remember, he was labeled a headache in Pittsburgh. He's been all flowers and roses in Dallas. Um, I'm gonna go with in this game. I'm gonna go with ah. I'm gonna go with Dallas to pull it off at home. I'm gonna go with Dallas to pull it off at home, 31 to 28. It'll be a high-scoring affair. Dallas will beat Kansas City, 31 to 28. Late field goal, 31 to 28 over Kansas City. I'm going with Dallas. I might say it begrudgingly. I'm going with Dallas, 31 to 28. Which brings me into my next game tonight. The Cincinnati Bengals and the return of Joe Burrow will be taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore 6-5, top of the AFC North. Cincinnati 3-8, tied with the Browns at the bottom of the AFC North. I'm gonna be honest. Baltimore offense has not looked good since Lamar has came back from injury. It's been really pedestrian, and I think Lamar is still hurt. But the offense hasn't looked good. Now, the defense, on the other hand, has held 7 straight opponents under 20 points. Cincinnati, with Joe Burrow, always lights Baltimore up, but Baltimore usually has a little bit more in store, and they usually come out on top. Tonight, I have to go with the Ravens to finally end Cincinnati's season. And the Browns won't be in the basement no more in the AFC North after tonight. I got Baltimore winning this game 31. Got Baltimore winning this game 34 to 20. Got the Ravens winning this game 34 to 20. Then we gonna move to Black Friday, where you got the Philadelphia Eagles and you got the Chicago Bears. Caleb Williams, like I told y'all earlier before the season started, was nothing to worry about. He was just working out the kinks with the new coach, going up against the Philadelphia Eagles, who have been, they're a confusing team. Both teams 8-3. Both teams on top of the divisions. Chicago's in first place in the NFC North. Now, who would have thought that? Now, that was surprising. I didn't think that was going to happen. But I did have them coming in third in the AFC North. But their schedule is about to get tougher after this. Philadelphia, first in the NFC East by a comfortable margin. I love Caleb Williams. That dude has made strides this year. He doesn't take as many sacks. And he didn't turn the ball. He doesn't turn the ball over. So that wasn't a big deal at all with Caleb Williams. And everything with first-year head coach Ben Johnson, he has done his thing this year. Philadelphia, I don't know what's going on with this team. Saquon Barkley doesn't look like Saquon Barkley of last year. But Philadelphia will make everything right on this Black Friday. They will beat the Chicago Bears, and it will be close. I got Philly winning this game 23 to 21. It will be close. Philly will make it right, and they will go to 9-3, and Chicago go to 8-4 and everything. But I do have Philly winning this game 23 to 21. And that is my quick picks for today and tomorrow. And I gave you my pick on this game here. Ohio State and that team up north. Like I said, if Carnell Tate and Smith play, And Julian saying his own like usual, and Bo Jackson has his typical game. There's no way Ohio State loses this time. Because if Ryan Day, do your strengths. Make them match up to your strengths. Don't try to match up to Michigan's strengths. No. Just do what you do, and you will come out on top against this team. Don't get me wrong, it won't be easy. Because Michigan is young, but they're tough. But Ohio State should come out on top, and I got them winning 27-17. But hey, that about rounds it up. All About Sports 216, The Show, Thanksgiving Day Turkey Edition. Everybody, have a happy holiday. Have a happy holiday. Happy, gracious holiday. Give it your folks. Give it your loved ones. Chop it up. And have that dinner and embrace everything that you have to be thankful for. Everything that you have to be thankful for. And later on this weekend, on Sunday afternoon, if you're not doing nothing and you up and awake, click in on the All About Sports 216 Cleveland Browns pregame show. Definitely tap in on All About Sports 216 Cleveland Browns pregame show, where I give you my keys to the Browns defeating the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday. But anyway, this is your man Keith Allen. Have a good, great holiday. Have a great weekend. And don't spend all your money in one place on Black Friday. Don't do it. Don't spend all your money in one place. Don't do that. But anyway, this is your man Keith Allen signing out. About to get up out of here. Everybody have a great day, great holiday. Enjoy. And I will see you on Sunday. This is All About Sports 216 The Show, signing out. Peace.
We in it for the love of the sport.
Love, man.
We the real McCoys, running the full court.
Yeah.
We in it for the love of the sport.
Ain't that right?
We the real McCoys from the AFC North.
Smash
We
mouth,
in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport.
Love, man.
We the real McCoys, running the full court.
Yeah.
We in it for the love of the sport.
Ain't that right?
We the real McCoys from the AFC North.
Smash
We
mouth,
in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC